Welcome, Panthers fans, to the holiday edition of the FIU Basketball Coaches Show. Alongside Panthers head coach Anthony Evans, I'm Josh Appel. Coach, thanks for stopping by.
My pleasure.
Well, Coach, since we last spoke, it's been kind of a tough stretch. You've lost 3 since then, 2 that were close again, single-digit deficits. I know I asked you it last time, but it's just got to be frustrating. You're in these games and just you're coming up short.
Yeah, it's a little frustrating. I think that we have to try to take the positives from it, things that we've done well, and then make plays at the end of the game. Whether it's a rebound, free throws, defensive assignment, just do the little things that'll help us get over the top.
Now, is that what you think is what's going to have to happen to have those results flipped? I mean, how do you practice those late game situations?
Well, again, you try to simulate things that you're going to go through, put them through situations, whether it's last second shots, free throws, pressure free throws, things like that. And then we've been doing that. We do it through the course of the year, but we try to do a little bit more now. So, because we see those are some things that we struggle with, and just trying to, build chemistry a little more.
Dante McGill has been the leading scorer in 7 out of 12 games. It seems like he drops 20 every night. He's averaging just a hair under 20 per game. Is he playing exactly how you need him to and how you thought he would this year?
Yeah, Dante was our leading scorer last year. Obviously we had 2 other scorers with Adrian and Davion. So, Dante's come back. He's taking on the scoring brunt. We're looking for other guys to make a contribution so he doesn't have to, try to get 20. If he gets 15, somebody else gets 15. I think the game when we played Binghamton, he had 18. Mike Kessens had 18. A couple guys, other guys had double figures. That's how we want, our team to play and have balanced scoring.
You mentioned Michael Kessens. We talked last episode about he was coming off of that program record rebound performance. He's averaging a double-double. How pleased with him have you been this year?
Very, very. It's a new role for Mike. When he was at Alabama, he was more of a rebounder, defensive player, and now we're asking him to score. So, again, I think he's jumped into the role and done it to the best of his ability.
Now, turnovers still seem to be kind of an issue. They've gone down a little bit, but, I mean, that kind of still seems to be the Achilles heel. Yeah. Is there a way to correct that? How would you correct something like that?
Well, we're trying to get more ball movement in our offense rather than trying to take it off the dribble a lot. I think sometimes when we get in trouble, it's when we're trying to create a play when it's not there. So, again, as we go along, trying to put people in situations where and correct when we do things that are hurting us in games.
So, Coach, I want to ask you about Elmo Stephen. He'll be joining us later on in the FIU Basketball Coaches Show. He's a senior, his second year with the program, and I feel like he's one of those guys that while he might not show up on the stat sheet every night, he's a guy who does a lot more than that.
Yeah, Elmo's a leader. We're looking for him to give us leadership. I think when he's talking, when he's active, guys respond to him, and that's what we're looking for from.
Now, somehow we're already at the final non-conference game of the season, UNF coming up on Wednesday night. This is a team that went to the NIT last year, more than 20 wins, just missed out in the NCAA tournament, and then the year before actually went to the big dance. They're struggling a little bit this year out of the gate, only 4 wins, but they're a tough team, coached well. What do you notice on the film that they do that you're going to have to account for most?
Well, their point guard, Dallas Moore, is an extremely intelligent player, runs the team well. They have shooters and they have a 6'11" center. So, we're going to have to play good defense, going to have to try to keep the ball out of his hands as much as possible. And then, just play our game, play with confidence, go out there and, finish the game.
As you look at the non-conference slate as a whole, and you take everything in, you look at the close games, the not so close games, the wins. What is your biggest takeaway from these games?
Again, trying to build chemistry. I think that's the biggest part. When you bring guys together and you're trying to get them to play as a unit. And there were some games where we did. And to give them credit, we've been in close games. We've been in each and every game just about. I think there were 2 where we weren't. But we're there. So now we just have to correct some of the mistakes. And once we do that, I think we'll be fine.
I mentioned at the beginning of this show that this is our holiday episode, and I want to get into some Christmas, some holiday stuff with you.
Sure.
What's your favorite Christmas tradition? Or holiday traditions?
Well, since the birth of my son, we've always tried to make it special for him, even when he didn't know what toys really were. We try to do some special things, make it Christmas trees, 2 or 3 in the house, things like that. So it's so he gets into the Christmas spirit.
Now, for you personally, I know it's obviously not about the gifts. What would you say is the coolest gift or your favorite gift that you ever got throughout the years?
My wife bought me a hoverboard last year.
Oh, well, it still works, and it's not the one of the malfunctioning ones. Okay, good to hear.
No. Yeah, I don't ride it as much anymore. I've taken some falls. So I'm gonna leave that alone.
I was never a big hoverboard guy.
Yeah.
And also, why are we calling them hoverboards? They're not hovering over anything.
I don't know, but I thought it was pretty cool. I used to watch Cam Smith come into the locker room with it. So
Did you ever ride it around here?
I did.
How about like would you bring it to practice and when you were trying to get around the court?
No, we were in the locker room, and the first time I got on it, it was perfect. No problem. Didn't fall anything. Went around a couple times, and I wanted one. So,
Coach, asked you your favorite gift. Now I want to know, entertainment-wise, favorite Christmas movie.
Twas the Night Before Christmas.
That's a classic. That's a classic. I like that one. How about your favorite Christmas song?
First Noel.
The First Noel. I believe it's Bing Crosby, I want to say. Bing Crosby, The First Noel?
Yeah.
That's a great choice as well.
Thank you.
Panthers at home again on the 21st, hosting UNF in the final non-conference game of the season before they open up Conference USA play against Marshall. That's head coach Anthony Evans joining us on the FIU Basketball Coaches Show, Holiday Edition. Elmo Stephen will be with us next. Coach, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Sportsmanship is an important tradition for Conference USA members.
It means being a role model for the next generation.
Giving it everything you got,
About respecting your competition.
supporting your teammates no matter the situation.
and representing your school and team with grace and dignity.
In the classroom, on the court,
In the community.
Wherever life takes you.
Show your CUSA pride all day with great sportsmanship.
Welcome back to the FIU Basketball Coaches Show. Josh Appel joined by Panthers senior Elmo Stephen. Elmo, thanks for stopping by, and as we head into this final non-conference game against University of North Florida on the 21st, it has been a tough start to the year for you guys. You're playing a lot of close games, but not necessarily coming out on the winning end of those. How tough and how frustrating has this start been? You guys are right there, but just coming up a little bit short.
Well, that's really frustrating. Just like you said, every game we've been close. So, but after a while, it gets old hearing that. So, obviously, the good thing about it is that it's still 2 seasons. We still got conference play, and then it's not like we're getting like bad losses. You know what I'm saying? So, what we gotta do is keep playing hard, practicing hard, trust the coaches, and just play together. Like lately, we've been staying together like as a team. So. We're gonna be good.
I asked Coach Evans this from his coach's perspective, from a player's perspective. What are the things that you guys notice that you guys have to improve upon as we go into conference play?
Late game situations, clearly. Like sometimes miss a rebound, mix a box out, miss a shot. Like we're all obviously we're there. So it's just late game situations because obviously every game for the most part we're there.
As a senior, what kind of leadership role do you have to take with this team? There are some young guys, but as a senior, having gone through something similar last year with this team, losing a lot of close games, going through that before, as a senior, how important is it for you to keep this team together or contribute and try and keep this team together?
Coach E wants you more vocal because obviously I was like a little more mellow on the side, so I see say for instance in practice, if I talk more, everybody's more active in the game. For instance, I might not be playing well, but I can still support the team because that can also help. So that's why I'm trying to improve upon.
So, Elmo, the last edition of this show, we had Eric Lockett on, and I asked him about you guys' trip to go bowling on the last road trip. And I asked him, there's always that one guy in the group who talks himself up as a good bowler or good anything, and you get out there in the lanes, and it doesn't go so well. And the one name he mentioned was you. So I'm going to give you an opportunity to respond because it's a heavy accusation. I mean, bowling is a serious game here.
Yeah, it is. All right, this was originally happened, and this is the truth.
Okay.
Before we started bowling, everybody's talking, we're talking junk. And they asked me, they said, are you a good bowler? I said, I'm all right. But I'm the type of bowler, if I get hot, I get hot. So if I strike, I'm going to keep striking.
Right.
So then, Lockett, he talking the whole time, yeah, I'm this. So then I end up winning, me and Lockett. But Mike, me and him had a close game, but he ended up winning.
He ended up beating you, though?
Yeah, Mike Douglas ended up winning the whole thing.
Right, but see, here's the other thing, too, is that I asked him what his score was. And he wouldn't tell us the score, which was interesting, because I feel like if you're the winner, you'd be proud of your score, but...
He was rolling gutter balls, everything. And he actually was in 2 lanes, and he was losing them both. Because he tried to say, I'm not taking this game serious, but I'm taking this one, and then ended up being both. So that's what happened.
No offense, but I guess the only score that matters in the end is the one who wins. So unfortunately,
Exactly.
But I wanted to be fair. This is a fair and balanced show. I wanted to give you a chance to be able to respond to Eric from last week.
Yeah, but me and Lockett always like that, even in practice. So we always have little battles together. So
This is our holiday episode, so we do have some holiday-related questions for you. First off, I know you've got a big family. We were talking about it before. What are some of your favorite Christmas memories that you have from your big family? It's something you guys have done during the holidays.
So, for the most part, we usually do. You know, each year we switch houses. Like sometimes it might be in my house, my uncle's house. So this year it happened to be in my sister's house. Like it's the whole family comes together. We just cook and just have, you know.
Now, who's the best cook in the family?
That's tough. Oh man. Go with my mother, man. I have to go with my mother.
What's the favorite thing that she cooks for you guys?
My mother. It's hard.
Have to choose one.
You gotta choose one.
Choose one thing or two things. I know it's a tough decision. She's probably a great cook. Give me one or two things two favorite things that she makes.
Oh, she's from Jamaica, so curry chicken and goat soup.
Okay. See, I've never tried that. It's good?
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's good.
You
Awesome.
gotta try it. You gotta try it.
Oh, you got to bring me some next time. You got to bring me some of the game next time. So obviously, Christmas time. Also, you got all the Christmas songs, Christmas carols, Christmas movies. I want to know first off your favorite Christmas movie.
I don't even watch movies like that. Christmas movies.
So not even
I know growing up, I used to watch The Grinch sometimes.
Okay, The Grinch. Okay,
Yeah.
The Grinch is the Jim Carrey, the real person version
Yeah,
of The Grinch.
yeah.
Great movie, a classic. But you did not like it. Isn't Die Hard a Christmas movie too? You ever seen Die Hard?
No, I actually never seen
There's some people around this program who are probably surprised that I know that Die Hard is a Christmas movie. But you got like the Home Alones and things like that.
Oh yeah, I know, yeah. But I really don't like,
So you're,
watching
so you're going with The Grinch.
it. Yeah, I go to Grinch.
The Grinch. That's a good choice. And your favorite Christmas song?
Song.
It could be a carol. It could be any song related to Christmas. It's a cheerful time of the year.
I ain't got a Christmas song to be honest.
0 Christmas songs. All right. No Christmas songs for Elmo Stephen. Happy holidays, Panthers fans. For Elmo Stephen, Coach Evans, I'm Josh Appel. Thank you so much for joining us. Next game period, is the last non-conference game, Wednesday the 21st against Northern Illinois. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll talk to you next time on the FIU Basketball Coaches Show.